About 10 years ago, marketing as a function wanted a place at the table. They felt that they should be at board level, and they weren't. And that's all we talk about. We are important, but we were considered the pretty pictures department. Okay? Just like many of you will be considered under very different titles at the moment. So how do we get that place at the table? Because now you won't get a board, generally, that hasn't got the kind of marketing director or someone on it. So what shifted and what changed over those kind of 7 or 8 years? And fundamentally what happened was data. Is that we moved towards digital marketing, suddenly we were able to measure what we were doing. Now, that was a fantastic thing, because we could say we did this, led to this, in some very limited cases, but actually, it was a huge problem as well. So we said, oh, it's all about data, and we're going to use data to prove our value, but very, very quickly, we've kind of drowned in that data already, okay? And the same thing is starting to happen in the workplace a little bit, in the fact that we're talking about having sensors and collecting data and asking people questions and so on. And what's happening is we're collecting lots of data and we don't necessarily know what on earth we're going to do with that data. And data has become the answer to all problems. But the reality is that actually this poses a huge problem. And I would say 95% of the organisations we walk into now still don't know what they're doing with all this data. And they're measuring stuff, but they don't know they're measuring the right things. And social media has made this so much worse. We've started measuring how many likes you've got, how many comments you've got, how much engagement. Why? Change in technology is going to get faster and faster. So unless we can build organisations, unless we can adapt to that, we will fail. But the opportunity is phenomenal. Because if you can start fixing some of those things, you can start to innovate, you can start to be the person that takes the advantage in this and does the lead. We're on the cusp of something really, really exciting. You can look at this 2 ways. This is terrifying, I don't want to deal with it, or you can embrace it. And either way, the outcome is going to be the same thing. It's going to keep on changing over a period of time. Okay? Now, where we did this in marketing is say, how on earth are we going to deal with this? And it would start with the user journey. You know, what is that journey that our target audience goes through, and then look at all the points that we can interact with them and make their experience better. Well, do the same thing for an experience. Okay? How do we get to interact with people? Actually, who is our end client? These people that are coming into buildings, what data can we take from them? What can we give them? How can we make it better? How can we give value?